Ever stumbled upon a digital physics toy that turns concepts into motion? Wave on a String is exactly that. A lightweight, browser-friendly simulator that lets you poke a string and watch how waves ripple along its length. It's marketed as an educational tool, perfect for students and curious thinkers who crave a visual sense of resonance, tension, damping, and pulse. The app runs in a browser, so you don't install chunky software. Just click, drag, and listen to the strings sing. If you love hands-on learning, this tiny program feels like a friendly science lab in your palm. Wave on a String shines with VIB-Y modes that let you switch between plucked strings, steady oscillators, and pulses. You adjust tension, damping, amplitude, and even gravity-like hints, all while watching how the wavefronts propagate. The interface is simple enough for a quick demo, but the underlying physics stays surprisingly faithful. It supports rulers and timers, so you can time how long it takes for a disturbance to travel or measure the damping kickback. It's not a polished enterprise app, but for a classroom demo or late-night curiosity, it nails that instant intuition moment. Another cool thing is how accessible it is. Since the app runs in a browser without installing, you can pull it up anywhere. You can pull it up on a school computer or a laptop at a cafe and still experiment. The tool mirrors classic wave demonstrations. A fixed end, a paddle, proves a traveling wave. You can freeze frames and observe reflections. If you push it too hard, you'll notice some jitter as the computer renders, but the visual feedback is strong enough to spark questions. People on social channels love to share quick demos because it translates theory into something you can see. Teachers can use it to illustrate resonance curves and standing waves without a lab setup, which is kind of magical. It's not a substitute for precise experiments, but it lowers the entry barrier for curious minds. Experiment with boundary conditions, then compare results by changing damping. You'll get a tiny crash course in signal processing. And maybe a spark for a future passion in physics, math, or engineering. Bottom line, Wave on a String is a feel-good starter kit for exploring waves without heavy gear. If you're vibing with the idea, bookmark the page, pull it up on a lazy Sunday, or show it to a friend. Remember, it's a learning toy, not a lab instrument. So treat measurements as intuition rather than fact. Still, the scenes you get are satisfying and shareable, which is half the battle in getting people curious about physics. Now go flop onto a couch and start bending those waves. Caffeine optional, curiosity mandatory. Try for free.